And I just think that was such a good choice because pull it together. We could leave the Christmas lights up till January. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. Oh my goodness. Look at the sweatshirt, look at the earrings. We're clearly giving lots of pink hearts today, and you already see the title of the video, so you know why. We're gonna rush through the intro because I am just so freaking excited, you guys. We're starting a new series on my channel today, and if you know me at all, then you know that I absolutely love Taylor Swift. I went to her Fearless tour in 2010, and I just have been loving her so much ever since. I'm so excited. I'm going to the Eras tour in May. You know I'm gonna be up in those nosebleed seats, but I don't even care because I get to be in the room, and that's all that really matters to me. And I'm just so excited, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but yeah, we're finally doing it. I'm gonna do a makeup look inspired by each Taylor Swift era, and we are starting with Lover. Now, I don't want to say Lover is my favorite album because I can't choose a favorite album. The favorite changes based on the day, based on my mood, based on how I'm feeling, but Lover just has such a special place in my heart because I'm a romantic lady. I love romance. I love the song Lover, but I will be giving you a breakdown of my top 5 on the album because I was gonna try to rank the whole album, but honestly that's just too stressful. There's a lot of songs on that album, and I don't want to put anybody last, so instead I'm gonna be giving you my top 5 while I create a Lover inspired makeup look. I've got lots of beautiful Lover colored products to play with here today. I got some of my Glisten Spectra paints, some of my Causemetics Opal Loose Multichromes. I've got some lip products here that I just got in the mail from Colourpop that I might be using, wearing my beautiful Shop Kike earrings, and I am just so ready to get into it. So, if that sounds like a topic that is interesting to you and you want to be my lover and watch me create a Lover-inspired bold makeup look, then I encourage you to please subscribe and keep on watching because it's coming at you right now. Look who's here on my lap, everybody. Oh, what an angel boy. All right, let's start with the blue, but I want to mix it with some white because the Lover album is very pastel, such a beautiful pastel era. So let's add, it's probably more blue than I needed. That's okay. I sucked some of it back up in there. My only gripe with these Glisten Spectra paints is that it can be a little easy to squeeze out too much, but that is okay. I had to think really long and hard about my top 5 on Lover just because it's a no-skip album for me, if I'm being honest. Even Me, yeah, it's a no-skip album for me, including the song Me featuring Brendan Urie. Like, I'm talking about that one too. I know people are such haters about Me, and I don't really know why. It's just such a glitter gel pen song. I'm just such a glitter gel pen girly, so I love all of those songs so much. But yeah, as I was saying, it was really hard for me to choose a top 5 for Lover, but I was really musing about it and thinking on it, and I have a top 5 for you. So let's start, we'll go backwards. We'll start with number 5, which for me, number 5 is False God. I love this song so much. I love how jazzy it is. That was like one of the first ones I played for my boyfriend to get him into the Lover album too, and he was like, whoa, what is this? I was like, I know, it's super, super jazzy and cool. So I really love that she uses so many like saxophone bits in that. It's a very like kind of sensual song, you know, if you haven't heard False God before. One of the lyrics is, we might just get away with this, religions in your hips, even if it's a false god. Like talking about how like, I don't want to get myself demonetized. You could read between the lines on that song. I had to make myself blush. No, it's just a really beautiful song. I also really like the lyrics. I like to say I'm a big lyrics person. My boyfriend's a music person, so he can listen to songs and just like really enjoy the production value, and like, which is why I knew he would love False God so much. And like, yeah, he hears the lyrics too, but he's not like listening into the lyrics the way I am with like Taylor Swift songs. I'll play him Taylor Swift songs and be like, did you hear what she said? And then I'll go back and make him listen to it again. She's just such a talented songwriter, and I just think her lyrics are so beautiful. And same with False God too. You know, it's got beautiful production, but also beautiful lyricism to it. I maybe should have done foundation first for this look, but honestly, I'm fine to just like go in and kind of go around it afterwards. I don't care too much. You know me, I never really do like a full coverage foundation anyway, so I can kind of get away with just going around it. But okay, let's switch to a pink shade now. So next up, I'm gonna be mixing together these two shades from the Glisten Spectra paints to create my pink clouds. And while I do that, I will tell you about my fourth favorite song on Lever, which is Cornelia Street. You guys gotta tell me your top 5 in the comments too, okay? But yeah, I would say Cornelia Street is my number 4. Ugh, and it's just so freaking good. I love the song Cornelia Street so much. I was just talking about in the last song how important lyrics are to me, but in this song, I am the most impressed by her vocals. I just think that her vocals are so strong on this song too, but also the lyrics. The music and the lyrics and the vocals are all so good. I know that's like very obvious stuff with music, but this song is just so good all around. I think the reason I love Lever so much is because I am a hopeless romantic lady. I love romance so much, and I just think the songs are so powerful, and they're just like so romantic in the sense that like in the song Cornelia Street, she says, I've been mystified by how this city screams your name, like the fact that, and you know, I also live in New York, so I think that just like makes it even more romantic for me. And like I feel the same way about my love, how like if we ever broke up for whatever reason, I would have to move. Like I would literally have to leave, and that's what the whole song Cornelia Street is about. If you ever walk away, I'll never walk Cornelia Street again. Literally me with Queens. If you ever walk away, Vince, I will never be in Queens again, because I couldn't, because it's just like so him. So I think I just relate to the song Cornelia Street a lot, and I just think that's a really beautiful message, that when you love someone so much, it's like everywhere you've been with them just becomes synonymous with them, you know? And you don't always feel that way about certain people. Like I don't feel that way about ex-boyfriends that did it in New Jersey. I could go back to New Jersey. I could be fine. You know what's wild though? I've never been to Cornelia Street, and I freaking live here. I mean, to be fair, Cornelia Street is in Manhattan, like not in an area that I hang out in very often. You know, it's definitely a wealthier area, Miss Swift, but I'll have to go over there just to say that I did. Anyways, not what this video is about. Cornelia Street is my number 4. Let's move on to my number 3. My number 3 song on Lever is The Archer. And it was tough for me because The Archer, my number 2 and number 3 are like essentially tied. Like I said, these are all essentially tied. No, you gotta stick to your rankings. The Archer is gonna be my number 3. And if you're a lover of the song The Archer the way I am, then I feel like we understand each other on a deep spiritual level. You know what? Let me pause for a second. Let's get some white going in here and some pastel pale yellow. I feel like I need to switch to another color for a sec. All right, I got my little white Spectra paint going now so I can add some depth to these colors. But yeah, so the song The Archer, I feel like if you love the song Mirror Ball, if you love the song Anti-Hero, then you probably love the song The Archer too, because there almost is a hint of like self-loathing to the song. I'll give you some examples of the lyrics if you don't know it, but she basically says, I've been the archer, I've been the prey, who could ever leave me, darling, but who could stay? And so it's kind of that back and forth between thinking like, I'm great, I'm wonderful, I love myself, who could ever leave me? But then that reverse to that of being like, but who could stay? So it's kind of like a putting on this falsehood of being like, I know I'm great, I'm self-confident, but really like deep down feeling like, but I'm not, and I don't think I'm great, and it's all just like trying to put on this air of confidence. At least that's how I interpret The Archer. And she has this part where she says like, they see right through me, talking about how like people must see that about her, you know, they see right through me, they see that I'm not actually this confident person, they see that I'm not good. And then she says, do you see right through me? Talking about her love. Does he see right through her the way she feels like everybody else sees right through her? It's just such a beautiful love song. I even hesitate to call it a love song because it's a song that's like so about the self, so about the ego and all of that. But at the same time, it is still a love song because she keeps saying like, they see right through me, they see right through me, do you see right through me, I see right through me. I feel like the song The Archer really encapsulates what it's like to be in a relationship when you have anxiety and when you have things you want to work on within yourself. Because I think a lot of times when we think about love, we think about just the happiness that that other person brings you. And yeah, you should be brought a lot of happiness by the person you're with. I think that's a sign of having a good partner. But just because you're in a relationship that makes you really happy doesn't mean that the anxiety goes away at all. And I think she just so beautifully shares that message within the song The Archer. If you're not a Taylor Swift fan, I mean, one, I don't know if you would have clicked on this video, but if you're somehow not, I'm begging you to go listen to The Archer. It is so unbelievably beautiful. And if you have anxiety at all, I think, I don't know, there's just something so soothing about it. I love listening to The Archer, and even just the way she says the lyrics is just like, you can hear the emotion in her voice. And those are my favorite Taylor Swift songs, when you can like hear her heavy breathing and like hear her like fighting back tears. It literally makes me want to cry. She's just amazing, and The Archer is such a good song. That's why it was really hard for me to decide between number 2 and number 3, but now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you number 2. Bert is back on my lap again, my sweet, sweet baby boy. And what perfect timing. I just put a little bit of yellow on my hand, my daylight color, to talk about my number 2 favorite song, which is Daylight. I think Daylight might be one of my absolute favorite songs of Taylor's lyrically. I just think it's so beautiful. It's so full circle for her too. I will literally make myself cry talking about this. I gotta be careful. She has one lyric in the song that says, I used to think love would be burning red. I'm gonna cry. Dang it. I used to think love would be burning red, but it's golden, which is just so beautiful, because if you know her album Red, she has the whole song Red. You know, obviously a lot of it's about Jake Gyllenhaal talking about how, you know, loving him was red and was burning red, and it was so hard for her to get over that breakup because he was red, and it was all just like so passionate and exciting and everything. And that's what she thought love was supposed to be like. She thought love was supposed to be burning red, but she didn't realize until she found the actual love of her life. I don't cry. She didn't realize until she found the actual love of her life, Joe Alwyn, which I strongly believe that is the love of her life. They're gonna get married and be together forever, or at least, you know, as long as makes both of them happy. He is the actual love of her life, and now she realizes that when you actually find the person that you love, it doesn't feel like burning red. It doesn't feel like what she previously thought, that, you know, passion and fire. It feels like daylight. It feels golden. I love that she describes love as daylight. And I recently saw, I don't know if you know Cody Ko and Kelsey Carapel, who got married recently, and she said that she walked down the aisle to Daylight, and I thought that was so beautiful. I love hearing what Taylor Swift songs people walk down the aisle to, and I just think that was such a good choice, because pull it together. And I just think that was such a good choice to walk down the aisle to, because it really is like, you know, the sign of a true love, I think. I don't know where else to put this. I feel like I used a little more yellow than maybe I wanted to. I might come back and use a little more pink. Yeah, I think I should do that. I think the yellow is really beautiful, but yeah, I definitely want to come back and bring a little more pink in, so let's do that now. All right, I added in a little bit of that leftover yellow to my pink mixture just to give it a little bit more warmth, because I feel like the pink mixture I have right now is pulling kind of purple on the eyes, which I don't hate by any means. I still think it's really pretty, but that's not really what the album looks like, so I do want to bring just a little bit of warmth. Ugh, I could just talk about the song Daylight forever though. It is one of my absolute favorites, but I suppose we should move on to my number 1 favorite song. I'll give you one more moment to give a guess. What songs have I not named yet? What could her favorite song possibly be? It's Lover. We could leave the Christmas lights up till January. Lover actually is the first song that I heard off of the album Lover. I didn't, believe it or not, you guys, 2019 was kind of a wild year for me in my personal life, so I did not catch Lover being released, and I didn't even really know that the album existed or was happening until one day my boyfriend and I are in the grocery store and Lover starts playing, and both of us are like, what is this beautiful music? This is so beautiful. And I was like, this sounds like Taylor Swift. Went home, listened to it again, was like, oh my god, how did I miss that this happened? This is the most beautiful song that I've ever heard in my entire life. All right, I feel like I could go back and forth and add a million different like cloud spots to my eyes all day, but I gotta cut myself off for now so I can get to my glitter heart. But first I wanna put some glitter brows on. This is the glitter brow gel from About Face Beauty, and I cannot stop singing the praises of it. It's so pretty. It makes me feel like a beautiful ethereal angel, and even though I don't recall seeing Taylor wear any glitter brow gel on the cover of Lover, I kind of think she should have. You know, can you ever have too much glitter? I don't think so. And I do fully intend to continue talking about why Lover is my favorite song, but I do think I just need to focus on this glitter heart for a second. So I'm gonna use my Advocacy Beauty multi-use primer. This is essentially a glitter glue. I like this one. You could probably use lash glue for this part too, but I kind of like that this is a little liquidier, so I just feel like it'll just be easier to draw a heart, and I'm pretty sure Taylor goes around her eyebrow. I know obviously I don't have to do exactly what she does, but I do think that I want to do that, and I'm just gonna freehand it and see how it goes. You know, the nice thing about working with the glitter glue is like if you mess up, it's gonna dry clear, so you don't have to worry about it too much. And I'm only doing it on the one eye because she only does it on the one eye on the album. I'm gonna make sure you get that indent. You know, I feel like that's the most important part of the heart. Fun fact about my boyfriend and I's relationship is that we started dating at the exact same time that Taylor Swift and her boyfriend Joe Alwyn started dating. They also started dating in October of 2016. So that is a really fun talking point that we can talk about when we go on a double date someday. I'm manifesting it, it's gonna happen. In the multi-chrome that I'm gonna be using, like I mentioned earlier, is from Cosmetics. It's the shade Dream Queen, and it's just this gorgeous, like vibrant pink, but it's definitely got a goldy shift to it. Again, that pink and gold, that daylight, the Lover vibes are so strong here. And I think I'm gonna grab this Glisten number 10 brush and just dip. I put some of the multi-chrome in the cap. Oh my gosh, every time I talk, I'm like blowing some of it away, but I want to use a liner brush. But anyway, like I was saying, the song Lover is my absolute favorite song off of the album Lover. I recently found out that apparently she wrote the song Lover in like 6 hours. Like apparently from writing it to like recording it and everything happened really, really quickly. Like she just woke up in the middle of the night, or maybe it wasn't the middle of the night, I don't know, and like called Jack Antonoff and was like, I have this song, I have to get it out, this is what it is. Because originally the album Lover was supposed to be called Daylight, which, you know, Daylight, my second favorite song. I also think that would have been a great album title as well. But it's just wild to think that Lover almost wasn't a song on the album, because Lover just like encapsulates the album so well, I think, you know, because she talks about how she absolutely loves this person and they're the love of her life, but she also, you know, talks about the other parts of life, where she has a lyric where she says, I'm highly suspicious that everyone who sees you wants you, you know, kind of bringing in her jealousy a little bit, because that's another thing she talks about in a few of her songs. The song Afterglow, you know, she kind of implies that they had a fight because of jealousy, because maybe she thought that he was interested in somebody else. So I just think that's really beautiful that she brings that into the song too. Like she doesn't just make it all like pretty and perfect, and she just talks about all the different parts of love. Ooh, another like very full circle lyric that I like in Lover is there's a part where she says, and at every table I'll save you a seat, which I think is really sweet, because if you're a Speak Now album lover like I am, if you're a Story of Us lover like I am, then you know about the lyric where she talks about like, I used to think my space was a spot next to you, but now I'm searching around for an empty seat. And then you come to Lover where she's like finally found the actual love of her life, and she says, and at every table I'll save you a seat, Lover. And it's just so sweet. I absolutely love it. it. Lover is my boyfriend's favorite Taylor Swift song, which I just think is so sweet. All right, let's move on to the lips. So I really want to try to go for that like popsicle type of lip. You know, the lip where the pigment is like mostly focused on the inside and then it's just like glossy on the outside. I've done this before, but never really successfully. But I just got these in the mail from Colourpop. It's some of their lippy sticks, and this shade looks red, but it's really more of like a hot pink, and I think I can make it work. So yeah, we're gonna try to go kind of on like the inner ring of my lips here, and try to just I don't want to get it like on the upper portion of my lip. I only want it on the inner portion. Oh gosh, I don't know how people do this. So this obviously doesn't look great. But now what I'm gonna do is take a clear gloss, which I know doesn't look fully clear. I tried to pick my own black gloss. It's pretty much clear though. And now I'll go over my lips and see if I can kind of like fray it out a little bit. This is just a gloss from Lottie London. Okay, it's kind of working. This is always my issue with this trend, this like popsicle lip trend, is that I feel like every time I add the gloss, I end up just like moving all of the pigment to the outside anyways, and I don't get that like concentrated look that I want. So if you have any tips on how to make this work better, please let me know. I feel like this is the closest I've gotten to doing it though, so I guess I'm happy with that. All right, you guys, I think this is it. I think this is the final look. I don't have blush on though. I don't have blush on. I know, I'm trying to decide because I'm like, there's so much going on in the eyes that do I really need blush? Yeah, I probably need a little blush. I will use this blush that I got from Colourpop recently in PR, the shade Flamingo. Beautiful. Clearly going for that like cool tone pink like Dior shade that everybody loves, and I feel like that will work nicely, and I can kind of just tap it over here. I have so much going on with the eyes that I'm like not trying to be too distracting, but also this pink is so pretty. I feel like it works. Okay, never mind. This was a good call. I added some white mascara to the lower lash line too, just because I thought that would look pretty, but I kept it with the black lashes on top so they stand out a little more. And yeah, I think now we have it. I think now this is actually my finished look. All right, what do you think of my Lover makeup look? I feel so cute, so pretty. This could definitely be a good option for the Eras tour for me. That's kind of another reason why I want to do this whole series of doing makeup looks inspired by different Taylor Swift eras, because I want to play around with what I'm wearing to the Eras tour. And I really like the Glisten Spectra paints because they're waterproof, so you know I'm gonna be crying at the Eras tour, so this would be a good option. I don't know if the blush is waterproof, but that's something I'm less worried about. I'm more so like, you know, the eyes are where the tears come from, so that's where I really want my waterproofness at. I mean, the multi-chrome isn't gonna be waterproof, so maybe for the Eras tour I would have to do like some rhinestones or something, but it's so pretty. Look at how this is shifting in the light. I wish it was a sunny day when I was filming this. Anyways, it's absolutely stunning. I love the way the look turned out. I had so much fun talking about my top 5 songs on Lover. Please let me know what yours are. What's your number 1 on Lover? And what Taylor Swift era do you want to see next? Because I want to do them all. And if you don't like Taylor Swift content and you still watch to the end of the video, I appreciate you so much. Don't worry, I'll still be posting non-Taylor Swift videos too, but she is just like my favorite musical artist, and I'm just so excited for the Eras tour, and I listen to her all day long, so it was really fun for me to talk about, and I thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. Check out my description box for all of the details of all of the makeup on my face today, in case you want to check out any of these products. Also in my description box, I will have my social justice links, so please click on those if you haven't yet. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!